The purpose for the Ability Explorer facilitates enhanced self awareness of work abilities and self efficacy issues. It's used for adolescents and adults with at least an 8th grade reading level. It's only available in English and takes about 30 to 45 minutes to take. It's only taken on paper booklets and has to be hand scored by the clients, so it's self reporting. You take it on your own and you score by yourself. It costs about $2 to $5 each. Now, this assessment helps you identify careers that you might excel in. It measures 12 abilities: artistic, clerical, interpersonal language, leadership and persuasive, manual and technical, music and dramatic, numerical, mathematical, organizational, scientific, social, and spatial. It uses a Likert scale where you choose between very good to very poor. This assessment has 4 steps. First, you rate the abilities. This is where you take the assessment. Then you understand the scores. So here, let's say you score high on language. So then you find where language is, and then you read the explanation on the booklet. Third, you identify careers that match abilities. So you look at your 2 highest scores, and then you look for occupations that fall under there, and then you learn about those occupations. And then fourth, you research careers. Here you can help your clients find positions, prepare them for the positions, such as seeking more education or obtaining any certifications that they may need for those positions. The great thing about this assessment is that no training is needed. They offer a step by step guide so anybody can use it. It's a really good assessment to use along with an interest assessment, and it can be used as a tool when practicing for interviews. For instance, you can reflect on the results that this assessment uses and then include them in the interviews. As good reliability and good validity, and this thing takes you to a separate report. This link takes you to the website where you can get more information, such as the actual manual and user's guide. You can actually get a free sample mailed to you of the assessment itself. The Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery and Career Exploration Program uses aptitude tests, interest inventories, and career planning tools to learn about self and work world and the military. It shows the client weaknesses and strengths. It's for adolescents and young adults, but it's mainly used for high school students who may be thinking about joining the military. Although it can definitely be used for all high school students, the military uses this to see who can be assigned to certain training programs. The norms are based on grade levels and gender, and the scoring takes about 2 weeks to return. It can take over 2 hours to take the assessment, and it can be done in groups. The great thing about this one is that it's free. It measures 4 domains: verbal, math, science, and technical and spatial. And then within these, there are subtests such as general science, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, mathematics knowledge, electronics information, auto and shop information, and mechanical comprehension. They have multiple choice questions, where once you answer it, you cannot backtrack and you cannot change your answer. If you perform well on a section, then you'll be given more challenging questions and vice versa. Students are provided with a top 3 reasons code. Through this, you learn about yourself, your interests, and opportunities. In the military, after taking the main assessment, you can take the FYI, which is to find your interest inventory. It takes about 15 minutes to take. Any answer questions with like and different and dislike. Then you can learn more about work-related values through the counselor. You can explore opportunities through the site such as Occupy and where there are over 500 occupations, categorized by reasons code or in the 16 career clusters or ONET and the online occupational handbook, where there are even more occupations listed or careers in the military.com, where you can learn about occupations in the military. Results can be interpreted by a trained personnel. As good reliability, where it's good at it measuring success in military positions and entry level positions, it has good validity. Although there are some studies on military ability, so the validity to civilian jobs are questionable. The Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery is FERPA exempt, which means that they do not need permission to release information to military personnel, and so the clients may get contacted by recruiters. Here's a website where you can find much more information. So you can go in, learn more about the program. You can get more information here about the test itself, and you can actually view some sample test questions. You can go now and view a summary results sheet. This shows what people would get after they take the assessment. And then, as you can see over here, the website has a lot of information about what you can do after you take the assessment. Now the test of adult basic education measures basic skills to assess adults for placement in education, training, or employment programs. It's for ages 14 and older and is available in English and Spanish. And it takes about 2 hours to take online or on paper and is scored by a counselor. It costs $130 to take this one. It measures life skills, work in education, such as reading, mathematics, computation, applied mathematics, and language. And there are some optional tests, such as vocabulary, language, mechanics, and spelling. There's some advanced level tests, such as science, social studies, algebra, geometry, writing, and it's multi-level. First, you take a test to determine the appropriate test level, and then you take the test according to the level. So L means limited literacy is easy. M is medium, D is difficult, and A is advanced. The test directions are very clear. If you're the administrator, you can read the instructions verbatim. It can be used for the prison population. Scores for male prison population improved 1 year after admission to the correctional facility. This is associated with psychological factors, but the reasons for it is unknown. The reliability is good and the validity is only okay. It's good when you compare it to results from the GED. But then, when you compare it to results from the GRE, it's only moderate. It's available in Braille and offers audio and large print versions as well. There are some limitations to this assessment, though. The use of object mystery levels is unclear, and there's not a lot of information on reliability or validity. Then the questions are not applicable to real-world settings, so it's very rigid on its right or wrong answers. Here's a website where you can get more information about it, and you could go in and get some sample questions. So you can see what it actually looks like. And the types of questions that they ask look again. Match 1. And then there's the Wonderlic Basic Skills Test. This one measures adult language and math skills for jobs or school training, readiness for adolescents to adults. It's only available in English and takes less than an hour to take. You can take it on paper or online, and the scores are provided on a CD. It costs about $100 to take. The Wonderlic Basic Skills Test has two short multiple choice sections that measures verbal skills such as word knowledge, SanDisk instructions, information retrieval, and qualitative skills, including explicit, applied, and interpretive. It's designed for those with high school education or less. It's approved by the U.S. Department of Education for use in assessing ability to receive financial aid, and it's mostly used by employers to determine job readiness for entry-level jobs. The test items are well written, varied, and clearly relevant to the work world without being job specific, gender specific, or subculture specific. This assessment is used for career counseling. Individuals who have been out of school for a while, have a high school education or less, or seeking entry level jobs or vocational training. It can be taken on computer, so you can get the score immediately. Training is needed to administer and interpret results, but it can also get scored by the publisher. It has very good reliability, but the validity could be stronger. It has a table for counselors to help them find fitting jobs based on the scores and is good to use with the DOT or ONET. Here's a website to get more information about this assessment. You can try it for free.